Hello everyone, welcome to Manual to Magical Hands-On. In this video, we will cover how Google App Scripts can automate repetitive data tasks as well as integrate with other Google Workspace apps like Gmail, Google Sheets, Google Drive. So, as per the given resources available to you, I am starting with step 1, accessing data and app scripts. So based on the instructions here, I already created this Google Sheet and renamed it as YouTube Workshop. Now, in order to access the extensions and app scripts, you have to go to this menu bar, click on extensions and click on app scripts. This will open up a new tab in your Google Chrome or any browser. In this particular file, we have three code files available: code.js, template.js, and automation code.js. Automation code.js is the file where we will make all the changes and follow the instructions to design end-to-end workflow. In this code editor, we already have a hello world function predefined, and this will help us get introduced with app scripts interface and how to run a certain function in app scripts. So in order to run this hello world function, make sure that here you have hello world function selected, and once this is confirmed, you can just hit run and app scripts will take some time. If this is your first time running an app scripts function, there will be an authorization window which will pop up. Review the permissions, follow the steps, follow the instructions provided here, select all the permissions and continue. This will allow app scripts to run on your browser, and you can see we have the output available here. This is ASU Data Conference 2025 printed right on the execution log. Next, let's move on to read data function. So this read data function in step 2 will perform two major actions. First, will fetch all the data available in your Google Sheet, and second, print first few rows of the data to make sure that the data is read correctly. So what I would like you to do is copy this code from the resources doc, paste it on line number 16. After this commented lines, paste the code here. Remember, read data is first fetching all the data from your Google Sheets and then printing some rows from the data. Now, in order to run this function, I need to make sure that my file is saved. So you can see either here it is mentioned the file has unsaved changes, or you can see this orange icon which shows that the file has unsaved changes. So I will click save button, and the notifications changed here. Now, in order to run this read data function, I will just select read data and run it. And as you can see on the output window, we can see the column names, we can see the total rows printed, as well as first three rows printed in the execution log. So that's how read data function is working. Now moving ahead, now we have already fetched complete data. We want to group the data based on college and course. So moving to step 3, aggregating college-wise enrollments. So as we know that in our data tab, we have enrollment ID, learner ID, course name, college, partner, and revenue associated with the course connections or the enrollments. So what we will do in this particular step, we will group enrollments by college and by course. So in step 3, I would like you to copy this particular code, group enrollments, and paste it on line 44. This particular function will fetch all the data using read data function and then group it by college and course. So again, I will make sure that the changes are saved. I'll switch this function to group enrollments and run it. There you go. You have every college and their course name along with the enrollments associated with it. Now, moving ahead, moving ahead on step 4. So we built, we read data till this particular point. We created the aggregates as well. Now we want to build upon this and create different tabs according to colleges that available in the data. So that's when our create college sheets function will help. This function will first read the data, then aggregate the data as we were doing in the previous function, and lastly will create new tabs for each colleges. So let's just copy the code from resources doc, paste it on line 73. I will save the changes, change this to create college sheets and run it. Now this time you can see on the execution log, instead of some kind of data, you can see there is a message printed: created sheet business college, created sheet engineering college. So you can see the output here. Now we have tabs available for different colleges and the courses that they offer along with the enrollments for them. So this is how create college sheet function is working. Lastly, we will move towards send email to recipient function. Now, as we are planning to make this workflow end to end, we are almost 70% done. We fetched the data, we formatted it, we created different tabs for each college, and now we want this data to be sent to respective recipient. So what we will do, we will copy uh, this code from step 5, sending email to recipients, and paste it on line 148. After doing this, again I will save the code, but before running this code, what I would like you to do is to head on to the emails tab of the Google Sheets, where we already have some names and emails linked to a particular college. What I would like you to have is like add one more row here. Maybe maybe we can write Alex Charles, and maybe we can just write any email ID. And let's tag this user to any college, let's say communication and media college. Similarly, add 2 or 3 more recipients and tag them to various colleges. Once this is done, head back to the app scripts window again, make sure that your code is saved, change this to send email to recipient, and run it. This will run the code, and you can see there will be an email in your inbox with the relevant course or college reports. Now, lastly, this was fun. Starting from reading the data, formatting it, creating different tabs, and then sending it via email. But now if we want to automate this, that's where app scripts will be more impactful to us, so that we can focus on some other data driven initiatives. So in order to set trigger to your app scripts, head on to triggers tab in app scripts. Here you will see there is a button add trigger. Click it, and here you can see all the available functions that you want to run. I will select send email to recipient because I want email to be sent to the recipients. I will select event source as time driven because I want it to be time driven. I will do it daily and probably from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's it. Now you don't have to remember when to run the code. You don't have to block your calendar to make sure that you carry on this process. App scripts will remember to run your code every morning 7 a.m. So this is how we created an end-to-end workflow where we first read the data, formatted it, sent it via email, and then automated it through using triggers. That's how app scripts help you automate your repetitive tasks and save some crucial hours that you can leverage on other data driven tasks. This complete doc includes all the resources as well as some additional functions which will help you make this experience more efficient. You can see we have so here you can also add custom buttons so that you don't have to always go on this app scripts window. You can run your code straight away from the toolbar. We have partner wise revenue function available which will help you generate partner wise tabs similar to what we did for college and courses. This is how the output will look like. Then in the emails, right now we are just sending raw text data, but what if you want to format the data? You can do it using HTML tags in the app scripts, and the output will look something like this. And lastly, sending Slack messages. Google App Scripts is not only efficient integrating with Google Workspace apps, it can integrate with external apps as well, like Slack. So this particular function will help you integrate Google App Scripts with Slack, and this is how the output will look like. So thank you for joining us in this particular session, and this is so we just try to cover how app scripts can be more impactful in your day-to-day workflow. Thank you.